So I don't know if rich kids can relate to this story that I have to tell. While I was much younger, I used to write stories and share to my classmates then. So there's one jotter then we used to use, just use it and write different kind of story. In the evening, I'll call those little children around. I was still very small though. I'll call those little children around, they'll sit around, I'll be telling them story, thinking of things that are not even happening, just creating one kind of story and tell them, and everybody will enjoy it and go home and they'll call me mama. So while we were still doing that, I thought of this. There was one press called Ambic Press at TCO. People that grew up at TCO will know this press. I had to go there thinking that I was going to publish some of these stories because I was motivated when I saw one UDSS girl that did one kind of story that even me, I knew I could do better. And because they had money, they published the book and they were selling it to other schools and sold to our school as well. So that gave me that motivation. But I don't know where that story ended. That's why we have two amazing writers in our midst today to tell us more about writing. Welcome to Creativity with Esther. We are live at Peter Fleming shop where we sell art materials and where we teach students who are ready to explore more on their art crafts, even beginners as well. So do well to grab your popcorn while you sit down and listen. What we popularly do, we start from the ladies. We have lady and gentleman with us, but we are going to start with the lady. Please, Ma, introduce yourself and tell us what was your passion, what made you go into writing.
Okay. Irunse Mary Magdalene. I go by the writer's name, my darling. Okay, what inspired me to go into writing? I really don't know. I just woke up and saw myself writing. Like, as a child, I used to enjoy reading stories, and then, oh yes, my elder brother, he used to write stories and sell in school.
Wow.
Yes, like he did the whole production, editing, sealing, and everything himself. Like, I'm talking about primary school.
Primary school.
Yes. So, like, watching him, and I just said, let's sell my own too now.
Copy.
Yeah, it started like that. So, I started writing. I'll give it to him. He would seal, like, he would draw on, children's censure.
Yeah.
He would draw on the stuff, seal it, and then take to school, sell, make money.
Wow.
Yes. Then I entered secondary school and I just love narrating stories. Just found out that whenever I'm telling stories, okay, I went to a boarding school and I'll sit in my corner. Maybe I start with 2 persons, but before I finish the story, I have 10, 20 persons
Sitting down.
Yes, wow. That kind of thing. So it just prompted me to let me put down something you can read when I'm not there to narrate. Yeah,
So you do more of storytelling, I guess.
The truth is, I never completed any story.
I
never completed any story, and they will always come back like, that story was interesting. What happened at the end? I'm like, be patient. I'll be done soon. And I will just start another one and on and on. But for poetry, it was an escape for me. Like, I don't know. Growing up, I just found it hard to talk to people. So it was easier to write down what I felt, And I started trying to start a diary.
My darling's diary.
Yes. It started like that, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'll start my diary every day. I'll report myself to my diary. So I'll write in January. The next time I open the diary will be in December. Okay, it was like that. But over time, I began to observe people watch movies, and then I wanted to explain their feelings, their emotions through writing.
Writing.
Yeah, so I have more completed poetry.
Wow.
More completed story.
Story.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's nice. So thank you, Mary, for sharing this experience with us. You see, you can steal somebody's idea and do better. Oh, just know that. All right, thank you. So yes, what's really this writing? She just made mention of poetry and story writing. Me, I was thinking it's just one type of writing. Oh. Can you please enlighten us about writing?
My name is Ehime Akigbemudu, and my pen name is King Jasper. I am a poet, but also a creative writer. I do other types of writing, like storytelling and other ones. So people always say, what's the difference between poetry, prose, and normal storytelling? I feel like poetry is also storytelling, so it's also prose. But the only difference between poetry and normal stories like novels and novellas is just that a poem has more poetic devices like rhythm, rhymes, stanzas, verses, and stuff like that. But a novel has like a complete story within it. It comes in chapters.
Okay.
It starts with an introduction, a plot, characters, and stuff like that. So both stories, poetry, prose, they all try to communicate people's thoughts, people's emotions, people's stories. Just try to tell you about things around their experiences, their imagination. So I feel writing just helps people to relate their own personal feelings to audiences that would want to hear their own part of story.
Yeah. So it means I can write as well.
Anybody can write. Anybody can write.
I thought maybe people that gifted kind of individual, because I just pen down something and.
Well, I think there's a difference between your talent and probably your gifts. Some people, or let's say your skill, you can be gifted in writing and be talented in writing. You can grow your skill in writing, even if you're not really gifted in it. If you do it over time, continuously, try to like evolve your skill. You can do it. You can become better in writing. You don't have to be born into writing before you can actually be a writer.
Wow, that's amazing. So I just think I can be a writer. That was my story I was telling then. They are part of writing.
Yes, right? Yes, why not?
All right, thank you very much, Jasper. So my darling, I like that name. How much work do you really put in before you get your piece out?
Okay, I already said I do more of poetry. Yeah. For me, if I'm to write, it's just close your eyes, think about the feelings, or think about the experience you want to portray. Open your eyes, hold your pen and your paper. Don't stop till you're done. Yes, so it's not like a story where I have to think of the beginning, think of the middle, think of the end. If it were a story, I guess I'll take. I said I never completed any, so you can imagine I can write a story for a year and still
not complete it.
Yes, but with poetry, it's like 30 minutes, an hour top, and I'm done.
Wow. That's nice, really. So I could just close my eyes, take my pen, and scribble some kind of thing, and I'll sell it. Like, I'm going to sell it, right?
Yeah, sure.
I just learned one thing now. Okay, watch out for my next author, Esther. All right, thank you very much, Mary. I hear of writer's block. Writer's block, is it like ice block? Or what kind of blogs do we have? Please, I would like you to throw more light on writer's block.
Okay. I heard someone say once that there's no such thing as writer's block. But I feel that's our own perspective of the whole issue.
Okay.
Writer's block is more like being stuck in your let's say, your creativity or your imagination. When you have gone through a lot of things, or when you feel like the inspiration is no longer coming in as it usually does, that's more like writer's block. But I feel most people, it's really easy to come out of writer's block. All you need to do is just take a break most times. Keep the writing aside for some time. Listen to music. Go out with friends. Have a good time with yourself. Writer's block does not last forever. You just have to give yourself time outside the writing and all that stuff. Because if you overstress yourself with your thoughts, because normally writers are overthinkers. They think a lot. They have this tendency to want to solve the issue, the problem at the instance. But once you see yourself having a writer's block, the best thing you can do for yourself is just keep your pen, take a break, and you come back fresh as ever.
Wow. Thank you very much. That's nice. So it can even happen to anyone, not just writer. At that moment where you get stuck, you're tired, happens like that, just take a break. Go out with your friends, do those things that interest you, and before you know, you're back to your normal setting, factory mode, right?
Yeah,
all right. Thank you, JP. Okay, so Mary, please, I would like you to throw more light on something. I felt like, why is it that writers don't have, I don't know if I should say like a job where you go to in the morning, let's take artwork, for example. Now, you go to the studio, you work, and then you come back home. I feel like writing is more like freelancing. You just do it online. Is it like that, or there's really setting where people can come write, just like day-to-day job?
It depends on what you're doing, what you're writing for.
Okay.
Yeah, people write for different reasons. So you can work with a company.
Okay.
Your job is to write, depending on what they need you to write about. So then you have to come to work every day and do your writing. But if you're doing it for personal stuff, then you can sit in the comfort of your room and and choose to take snacks and do your job.
Oh,
So it's like every other job. You can be at the office. You can have a workspace. You go there in the morning, come back in the evening, or you can sit at home and do your thing. It's a personal stuff.
okay. All right. Thank you very much. So you can be at the comfort of your home and do your thing. You can work for organization. Upwork is there for you to even leverage many sites actually. So you can. Writing she actually said before that you can just close your eyes and scribble something and boom. Thank you. Okay, Jasper, I got to learn that he's an author. He has written so many books. Would like you to share some of your books and probably the inspiration behind them.
Okay. I actually have just 2 books for now.
How are you saying just? It's not just, it's not easy.
Okay.
Also,
I have an anthology of poems. Then
Okay.
I have a non-fiction book, inspirational book. The first one is called Ageless, a poetry book. It's a compilation of all the little poems I wrote when I was in secondary school.
so
I
we are
just-
doing things in secondary school.
All the little love notes, all the little downtime, depression and stuff like that. I just compare them into a book so that others can read it and get inspired too. Then the other one actually came from someone, a stranger on my contact list. I was posting something online one day and the guy was like, please, how can I not give up? And I was like, but Benny, I don't really know. I was like, okay, just give me a few minutes. Let me go back and scribble something down for you to digest.
Yes, this scribbling.
So I went back to my notepad on my phone, wrote down a list of a few things that the guy can do so that he does not give up, so he can be encouraged and stuff like that. And after a while, the guy was like, thank you so much. This thing really helped me. I was like, okay, if this is the thing I can do for him, can help him. Okay, why don't I just expand it, do something more and write something more expansive for other people to actually read and get inspired from. So my other book called 11 Basic Tips on How Not to Give Up is an inspirational book for anybody, not just for writers, not just for people that go to the office. Any profession you are in, you can go to that book, flip through the pages, see some really, really inspiring things that can help you out in your workplace, in your personal life, and you'll really, really be inspired by it. So my two books are Ageless, which is an anthology of poems, and 11 Basic Tips on How Not to Give Up, which helps you overcome depression and anything that has to do with downtime with you. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. You see, the little thing you would do might even make you blow. Nice, an author of a book because of just a little help you render to somebody, right?
Yeah.
So please give out that information. No, don't keep it to yourself. You don't know who it might. It might even be the one to help you back. You don't know actually. All right, thank you very much, Jasper and my darling. I would like both of you to actually present a work, probably a piece you are working on from your draft or something.
I got wasted again tonight, drinking till my head starts spinning. I've been doing this every night since you left, looking in the mirror at someone I don't recognize, laughing out loud because she looks a mess. Who the hell is she? Laughing back at me. She's driving me crazy. Get her out of my face. Smash. That's my fist on the mirror. I'm bleeding and my hand's hurting. But it's fine since she's out of my face. I got wasted again tonight. I need to stop this, but I can't. I'm addicted to this.
So sweet. That was sweet. I have always struggled with the idea of letting people down, of never feeling like I was quite enough. Sometimes this fear can get the best of me, and the only way I can think to protect people I love is to leave. Or maybe I mean it's wrong. I'm not proud of the coward I used to be, and on some days, the coward I have become. I mean, I can only let you keep me as a memory. It's the only easy way I can be sure I won't let you down.
That's you people. They do well to follow them on Instagram, and whenever you think about writing, they are here. Poetry match is here. Yeah, and do well to check out those books. Actually, they are really impactful. I would say for one that I read one. Yes. You did not believe it. All right. Thank you very much for coming for this lecture. God bless you and keep you safe.